What is meant for you will always find its way. When the mind is calm, the heart is open, and the spirit is free. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope these 7 lessons reminded you to trust the timing of your life and to see the beauty in every step of your journey. If you found value in this message, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more wisdom from Buddhism and timeless teachings. Your journey is unique, your path is unfolding, and remember the universe always delivers what's meant for you in the perfect moment. Lesson 1. Inner calm before change. One of the first signs that what's meant for you is coming is a deep sense of inner calm. Even when nothing has changed on the outside, something within you feels more peaceful, more trusting. In Buddhism, this is a reflection of alignment. The Buddha taught that the mind creates our experience. When your mind begins to settle, when worry and fear slowly lose their power, it means you are moving into harmony with the path that is unfolding for you. Think about it. Before a great shift in life, the noise inside us usually quiets down. You no longer feel the urge to force or control everything. Instead, there's a natural trust that things are falling into place. This calmness isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It shows that your energy is aligning with what is coming, and that life is preparing you to receive what truly belongs to you. Lesson 2. Old doors closing. Another powerful sign that what's meant for you is approaching is when old doors in your life begin to close. You may notice certain friendships fading, jobs no longer feeling right, or habits that once comforted you suddenly falling away. At first, this can feel uncomfortable, even painful. But in Buddhism, we are reminded of impermanence, anicca, the truth that nothing in this world lasts forever. When old doors close, it is not rejection, it is redirection. The universe is clearing away what no longer serves you, so there is space for what is truly meant to enter. Think of it like a tree in autumn. The leaves fall, not because the tree is dying, but because it is preparing for new growth. In the same way, when parts of your life naturally come to an end, trust that life is creating room for your next season of blessings. Lesson 3. Synchronicities appear. One of the most fascinating signs that what's meant for you is on its way is the appearance of synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to ignore. Maybe you keep seeing the same number everywhere, on clocks, receipts, or license plates. Maybe you overhear a conversation that answers the exact question that has been on your mind. Or perhaps the right person shows up in your life at the exact moment you need guidance. In Buddhism, these experiences are not dismissed as random accidents. They are seen as reminders of pratyasamutpada, the principle of dependent origination, the truth that all things are deeply interconnected. Nothing exists in isolation. Every cause produces an effect, and every effect becomes the seed of a new cause. So when synchronicities begin to appear, it is as if the universe is whispering to you, you are on the right path. Keep walking. These signs often arrive when your inner energy starts aligning with your destiny. It's like tuning into a radio frequency. Once you're in harmony, you begin to pick up signals you never noticed before. What seems like coincidence is actually guidance. Think of it this way. When a flower begins to bloom, the bees appear. When the season changes, the winds shift. In the same way, when you are ready to receive what is meant for you, life begins to align small events, nudges, and signs to support your journey. But here's the key. Synchronicities are not meant to be obsessed over. They are gentle reminders, not instructions. The Buddha always warned against clinging, even to spiritual experiences. Instead, smile when these moments appear, acknowledge the connection, and let them strengthen your trust in the unfolding of your path. So if you're noticing repeating numbers, recurring dreams, or perfectly timed encounters, don't ignore them. These synchronicities are signs that your life is aligning, that the universe is clearing the way, and that what is truly meant for you is already moving in your direction. Lesson 4. You feel pulled, not pushed. Another sign that what's meant for you is coming is that life begins to feel less like a struggle and more like a natural flow. When something is truly aligned with your path, you don't have to force it. You don't need to constantly push, beg, or fight for it. Instead, you feel gently pulled toward it, almost as if an unseen force is guiding you in that direction. Buddhism teaches us to notice the difference between attachment and flow. Attachment is when we try to control everything, when we grasp and cling out of fear of losing. Flow, on the other hand, is rooted in trust, the understanding that what is truly meant for us will never pass us by. Think of a river. If you swim against its current, you exhaust yourself. But if you surrender and let the water carry you, you discover that you move with less effort and yet arrive exactly where you're meant to be. In the same way, when the right opportunity, relationship, or path is coming your way, it won't feel forced. You'll notice that doors open smoothly, conversations unfold naturally, and progress happens without constant resistance. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges. Even the river has rocks and rapids. But deep down, there's a sense of ease, a quiet knowing that you are moving in the right direction. The Buddha said, just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, the wise are not shaken by praise or blame. When you feel pulled instead of pushed, it means your heart is steady and you are being guided by something greater than fear or desire. So pay attention to the difference. Are you constantly forcing something to happen, or is life naturally pulling you forward? If it feels effortless, supported, and aligned, it's a powerful sign that what's meant for you is drawing closer, not through force, but through flow. Lesson 5. Inner growth and readiness. One of the clearest signs that what is meant for you is approaching is the growth that takes place inside of you before it arrives. So often we believe that life is about waiting for the right person, the right job, the right opportunity. But Buddhism teaches that life is not about waiting. It is about becoming. The things we desire most are often delayed, not because they are out of reach, but because we are still in the process of preparing ourselves to hold them. Think about planting a seed. The seed does not bear fruit on the first day. It must first break open, grow roots deep into the soil, and only then rise upward toward the light. In the same way, when you notice yourself becoming more patient, more compassionate, and more resilient, it is a powerful sign that life is preparing you for the blessings that are already on their way. Buddhism places great emphasis on the cultivation of the mind and heart. The Buddha once said, "Greater in battle than the man who would conquer 1,000 men is he who would conquer just one, himself." This self-mastery, this inner growth, is the key to readiness. Because without the strength of wisdom and the clarity of mindfulness, even the greatest blessing can slip through our fingers. Maybe in the past you prayed for something, a relationship, a dream, or a goal, and it didn't arrive. At the time, it may have felt like disappointment, but in truth, it was protection. You were not yet ready. And so life gave you challenges, lessons, and growth instead. These difficulties were not punishments. They were preparation. Now, when you look back, you may see how every obstacle shaped you, how every trial refined you, how every delay strengthened you. And now, as you step into greater maturity of heart and clarity of mind, you begin to notice a shift. You are no longer desperate for what you desire because you have become the kind of person who can receive it with balance, gratitude, and wisdom. This is the essence of readiness. When your inner world aligns with the outer blessings that are meant for you, the two naturally come together. You don't have to chase, you don't have to force. Instead, life meets you where you are, because you have finally grown into the person capable of holding what is destined for you. So if you notice that your patience is deepening, your compassion is expanding, and your strength is unshakable, trust this: your growth is not in vain. It is a sign that you are being prepared, and that what is meant for you is drawing nearer every single day. Lesson 6. Unexpected blessings arrive. Another powerful sign that what's meant for you is coming is when life begins to surprise you with small, unexpected blessings. It could be something simple: meeting someone who gives you valuable advice at just the right time, stumbling upon an opportunity you weren't even looking for, or receiving help from a stranger in a moment of need. These blessings often arrive quietly, yet they carry a message. The universe is already aligning things in your favor. In Buddhism, this is the unfolding of karma, the natural law of cause and effect. Every thought, every word, every action we release into the world plants a seed, and while some seeds take longer to bloom, eventually they do. The unexpected blessings you begin to notice are not accidents. They are the fruits of the good seeds you planted long ago. The Buddha said, "If you want to know your past, look at your present. If you want to know your future, look at your actions now." This means that the kindness, patience, and effort you've shown in the past are returning to you now, often in ways you could never have planned or predicted. What makes these blessings so powerful is that they often arrive when you least expect them. They don't come from chasing or forcing. They come as gentle confirmations that you are on the right path and that life is already preparing you for something greater. Think of it like rain after a long drought. At first, just a few drops appear on the earth, but soon the streams begin to flow and the fields turn green again. In the same way, when the first small blessings arrive, take them as signs, proof that the larger blessings are not far behind. Sometimes these gifts are not material at all. They may come in the form of clarity, a sudden realization that solves a problem, or an inner shift that brings peace where there used to be chaos. These too are blessings, often the most important kind, because they prepare your mind and heart for what's coming. The key is to notice and to be grateful. Gratitude transforms small blessings into larger ones, because when you acknowledge and honor what life gives you, you align yourself with even greater abundance. So if you've been experiencing little surprises, moments of unexpected support, or opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere, do not dismiss them. These are not coincidences. They are gentle reminders that what's meant for you is on its way, and the universe is already paving the road ahead of you with blessings. Lesson 7. A sense of surrender. The final and most powerful sign that what's meant for you is coming is when you experience a deep sense of surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It does not mean losing hope or becoming passive. In Buddhism, surrender means letting go of attachment, the constant need to control, to chase, or to force life into your timeline. It is the freedom of trusting that everything will arrive exactly when and how it is meant to. The Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering. We suffer not because life withholds what we need, but because we are attached to how and when it should arrive. When you begin to release this attachment, something beautiful happens. Your heart grows lighter, your mind becomes clear, and your energy flows naturally with the rhythm of life. Think of the sky. No matter how heavy the clouds are, the sky never resists them. It simply allows them to pass. In the same way, surrender is not resistance. It is allowing life to unfold, trusting that even storms have their place in the journey. You will know you are entering a state of surrender when you stop obsessing over outcomes, the anxiety, the constant questioning. When will it happen? How will it happen? Slowly fades, replaced by a quiet faith that what is meant for you cannot miss you, and what is not meant for you will never stay, no matter how tightly you hold on. This sense of surrender is the highest form of readiness, because it creates space for miracles. When you are no longer grasping, you become open to receiving. And in that openness, life often delivers more than you ever imagined possible. The Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." Surrender is this peace. It is the understanding that life is not against you. It is for you, guiding you gently toward your destiny. So if you find yourself breathing more deeply, worrying less, and trusting more, recognize this for what it is, a sacred sign. You are no longer chasing, you are allowing. And in this allowing, you invite everything that is meant for you to arrive in perfect timing. Lesson 8. Surrender invites miracles. After all the signs we've explored, perhaps the most transformative one is this. When you fully surrender, life begins to move in miraculous ways. In Buddhism, surrender is not defeat, it is liberation. It is the moment you release the endless grasping, the need to control every outcome, the fear of losing what was never yours to hold. The Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering, and when you let go of this clinging, your heart opens wide enough to receive blessings that were blocked by your own resistance. Think about it. How often have you tried to force something to happen, a relationship, a dream, an opportunity, only to end up drained, frustrated, and disappointed? Forcing is like holding sand too tightly in your hand. The harder you squeeze, the faster it slips away. But when you open your palm, the sand rests gently, naturally, without effort. Surrender works the same way. It does not mean doing nothing. It means doing your part with faith and then releasing the rest. It is the balance of effort and trust. You plant the seed, you water it, but you do not dig it up every day to see if it has grown. You let life do what it does best. The Buddha once said, "Peace comes when we let go of the illusion of control." And in that peace, miracles unfold. Opportunities appear where none seem possible. Healing flows into places once broken, and the right people arrive at exactly the right time. When you surrender, you create space for the unexpected. You allow the universe to weave connections and outcomes that the logical mind could never have imagined. This is why so many people experience breakthroughs only after they let go, because their energy shifts from resistance to openness. Surrender is also a sign of trust. Trust that you are being guided. Trust that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Trust that even delays and detours are not mistakes, but part of the greater design of your path. So if you find yourself reaching the point where you can breathe deeply, release the need to control and say, "I trust the timing of my life," then know this. You are inviting miracles, and those miracles are already on their way. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope these 7 lessons have reminded you to trust the journey and to see the wisdom in every step of your path. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Buddhism and Wisdom so you never miss more teachings that bring peace, clarity, and guidance to your life. Remember, what is meant for you will always find you. Until next time, stay mindful, stay peaceful, and keep walking the Buddhism and wisdom.